Yo, just another brick in the wall here. I just got off work, headed home right now. I was watching a video by Andrew Callahan. Dude, Andrew Callahan is probably one of the only good journalists that at least people my age are probably exposed to. He's got slight biases, it seems, but he really explores every angle of every issue that he investigates. But he just had one particular talking point that was really interesting to me. And it was just how when people who like use illicit drugs and things like heroin or meth or even weed, stuff like that, anything that's like federally illegal, they're just labeled as losers and burnouts and really just losers. And you know, I think it's just pretty interesting that that's the case when there's so many thousands and thousands and thousands of people whose lives are destroyed by alcohol, and no one ever equates someone who drinks alcohol as like a burnout loser. Like, it's almost like viewed as just like a fundamental right of being an American. You can go and get a beer. Like, I just think it's interesting that the one thing that is completely controlled by the corporations is the one thing that's accepted in our society. Like, parents get so upset if they find their kid smoking weed. However, many parents, especially like baby boomer parents, are like fine with giving their kids sips of beer. Like, obviously I don't think any drugs should be ingested by a kid, but it's like the corporations have just literally brainwashed people into believing that like alcohol's okay and other things aren't. Like, it's even so deep rooted in our society by like at this point, and reinforced by corporations, it's so deep rooted that it's in our fundamental belief systems as people living in this country. Alcohol's fine, weed is bad, drugs are bad, but alcohol's fine. Like, I just think that's super interesting. It's starting to finally be accepted, like with weed, but like, I just can't believe, like, I wonder how many other things are just ideas implemented by the corporations that make us think a certain way. I mean, it's almost quite literally everything in our society is pushed upon us in some form or fashion. Like, it's just super interesting. I don't know, like how Vicodin can be legal federally, but weed is illegal. Like, the amount of lives that Vicodin has destroyed and just pain-killing synthetic opiates have destroyed is insane. Yet, and it's also probably this like one of the single causes of the opioid epidemic. It's not like a bunch of people doing heroin, it's a bunch of people's lives getting ruined by freaking prescription drugs, and then people do heroin. Like, for my like stepmom, it's totally okay to give like one of her children a synthetic opioid, or opiate, whatever the word is, to her kid who has a migraine. But it's crazy to think, here's a marijuana gummy to help with your migraine. But it's literally crazy to think that a parent would give their children a marijuana gummy for like a headache or a migraine. Yet it's totally okay for them to give them a prescription drug that literally is like the devil. Like, it's just so interesting, and the only reason why they think it's okay is because of how it's introduced into our society. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, there's no... The 90% of the population just does not think for themselves critically about what's actually good and bad in these certain things that are accepted. Like, to me, it's just so crazy to give someone, especially a child, basically, a synthetic opioid for something like a headache, like, and just thinking, oh, it's whatever, like, oh, it's cool. Like, the most destructive things, like fentanyl is legal. Like, fentanyl is legal. Obviously, because, you know, it's used in doctors' offices, and we're even trained for me just saying that right there, that there's a good reason for fentanyl to be legal. Like, as if other alternatives don't exist. Like, it's just super interesting. Like, fentanyl is legal. Like, there's no care in, like, oh, fentanyl's bad for people, so we're gonna keep it illegal. Like, it's literally only the things that actually, like, have some use and purpose to people that they make illegal. Like, mushrooms and LSD and marijuana, all these things are illegal, yet fentanyl is legal. When it's just widely known that it's like destroying everyone's lives, yet it's just legal. There's been no actions taken to change that or anything. Like, it just blows my mind. Like, there's just total full control over not only the laws, but just our very psyche. Like, people are like, might hear this and be like, oh my god, like, you're saying they're trying to brainwash us and like mind control. Like, you're crazy, bro. Or I'm not. Like, they're literally trying to do that because obviously, like, you know, same thing that happened in the 60s. Like, obviously they don't want people to start thinking for themselves. Like, it's just crazy, man. It's just crazy. It's really crazy out here. The things we think are okay and bad are just total fucking mishmash mush of all the ideas of other people trying to make money. Like, if it makes corporations money, it's good. If it possibly in any way may fuck up the process of the corporations making money, they'll make it illegal. Like, it's just demonic at this point, bro. Like, literally no one cares about just the health of our society. But, you know, it is what it is. I guess at that point you just make your own personal decisions and really just operate as an individual and really just be the president of your own reality. That's what 2024 is all about. Shout out to Hamish Patterson. Be the president of your own reality. 2024. Don't fucking give in to the bullshit that is just served to us on a silver platter. No matter if you think what you're doing is right, then keep doing it, bro. Like, if you're a bad person and you think bad things are right, like, you're just a bad person. But like, if you're a genuinely good person and you think what you're doing is right and other people are judging you for it, like, tell them to freaking screw off, man, because who's to say they're probably just, they might be as just brainwashed as everyone else, you know? Like, just live your own life, be your own president. Ain't no one coming to save this reality but yourself. Like, it's crazy out here, man. Literally crazy. Like, we think we're so free in America, and we are. We truly very are, if you operate that way. But you can certainly be controlled in every aspect of your life if you just let life happen to you and let the government dictate and these corporations dictate what you should be thinking right and wrong is. Like, all these things. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Yeah. Like, a synthetic opioid is literally the thing that caused me to have also, like, drug problems. Thank God, by the grace of God, there is one who has all power. That one is now. That one is God. May you find him now. Thank God that that's over with. But, like, dude, that shit's the devil. And it's fine in their eyes. Take it. Like, it's crazy, man. There's no open-mindedness in the freaking government, and it's so unfortunate. Instead, they care about freaking critical race theory and, like, gender pronouns, and it's just like, bro, I'm not even pushing back against any of that either. I'm just saying, it's like, dude, don't you care about people dying on, like, trank and fentanyl more? Like, aren't there more pressing issues, bro? It's just crazy, man. But anyways, I'm home. Gonna go eat some burgers that I made yesterday, and I'm just gonna be my own goddamn president, baby. Let's go. Peace.